Is it permissible for me to stop talking to a friend who betrayed my trust? Is it permissible for me to stop talking to a friend who betrayed my trust? So this is a question that we see quite regularly, and it comes in different shapes and forms, whether it be about a family member or about a friend. First things first, if it is a family member, then we should go above and beyond to ensure that we keep family ties to the best of our ability. Similarly, if it is a friend, it's a Muslim brother or sister in Islam, still we should try to keep the ties, keep the relationships, because of the strong words that the Prophet ﷺ had taught us in relation to this. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "It is not permissible for a person to shun his brother for more than 3 nights, such that they meet and each one turns away from the other. The better of the two is the one who initiates the greeting." And this is the default approach that we should have when it comes to relationships with others. Try to resolve disputes as quickly as possible after they arise. If there is a reason that you cannot resolve the dispute and the relationship would entail harm to oneself, to one's belongings, to one's family, etc., then understandably it would be better for you to remove yourself from this person in a nice way, in a decent way. Try to end things on a good manner. Remember, there's no obligation to be close and to be socializing with anyone who is not, a blood relative that Islam, enforces us to have a relationship with. But mere friends and associates and colleagues, it is perfectly acceptable to stay out of people's way, to stay out of their company, to stay out of their conversation, if it is to protect oneself and one's belongings and one's livelihood. An example of this can be seen in a case where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha about the nature of a person who is considered a very bad person. And the scholars have discussed this. It comes in the Shama'il al-Muhammadiyah that the reason for the Prophet ﷺ warning Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha about a person, and the reason it is not considered a problem or it is not considered a ghiba, is either because, number one, the person may have been a munafiq, a hypocrite, or number two, the Prophet ﷺ is giving nasiha, is giving advice and warning others about the harm of a particular individual. But in that same narration, the person then comes into the company of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and he treats that person with very good respect, very good etiquette, very good demeanor. So he's then asked after the person leaves, you mentioned that this person is very harmful or this person hasn't got a very good nature, but then you gave him the best of treatment. How do we make sense of this? So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ explained that the worst of people are those who people avoid them in order to avoid the harm that comes from them. So there's a basis for staying away from somebody because they are harmful to you. Now we need to apply wisdom in this regard. We said that there's already a clear distinction between family and friends where there's no blood relations. But over and above that, when it comes to our daily life, we need to be careful about the company that we keep. We need to try to be in the company of those who are positive influences in our lives, and we need to try and stay away from those who are negatively going to influence us or cause us harm. There are many examples in the Quran and Sunnah about keeping good company and about staying away from harmful company. So we need to apply ourselves accordingly and try to determine what would be the best approach for both our worldly life and especially our life hereafter. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us good company and good relationships and protect us from all forms of evil. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.